Well, hello guys, and welcome to welcome to the introduction of the Daytona 500 week. I am your humble host, Mike Camo, and I am here to introduce you to the world that is stock cars, and I will help you learn something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the stock car class, and I'm going to take you around a lap of Daytona International Speedway. One stock car. This is a 2016 model. I don't think it goes 220 miles an hour, but it might, because this game's a little extravagant. But yeah, guys, welcome to my the beginning of the NASCAR Speed Weeks. In the next half hour, I'm going to educate you, and I'm going to do a history lesson on the Daytona 500. From what I know, the Speedway broke ground in the late 50s, 1957, and well, from what I've told you guys at Daytona, the car started the cars, stock car racing has been happening at the Speedway since the late 1950s, and I'm going to take you around the track of this movie. And I know what everybody's going to say, oh, it's NASCAR, it's a stock car, you're just going to go around in a circle and stuff like that. Well, this is pretty cool racetrack, so to speak. So I hope you guys will enjoy this lap, because
right, the car's going to be a bit tricky until it's all up to temperature. Take it steady at first.
Oh, we'll be Mac. Well, here's the high banks of Daytona. So it usually takes a couple laps for the car to get up to speed. These are relatively stable. So let me take you on a lap of Daytona. So Daytona has been racing stock cars since, I said, the late 1950s, and I think Lee Petty was one of the first drivers to win. Driving in a convertible, of all things. And yes, they drove in convertibles with a roll cage in NASCAR back in the 1950s. That soon got banned, and we got the tin tops we have, you see here. As you can see, with the tires all good to go, these cars are going to do very good. So here's the start finish straight. Going into turn one. About 170 miles an hour. You guys will notice the car is biased to the right, to the left. That's because it has to turn left. And here's turn 2. And here's infamous turn 3 and turn 4, where Dale Earnhardt crashed back in 2001, and we all know Dale will be severely missed. So that's turn 3, turn 4, and back up onto the straightaway. So lap time, 52 seconds. So yeah, it's kind of, I know everybody's gonna be like, oh, this is boring. So, but yeah, Daytona is a pretty interesting track, and thought I'd show you what different cars will do on said track. So I'm just not going to race on, I'm just going to show you what different cars can do. I'm just not going to race a stock car because you guys will be bored. You can see the stock car as soon as it gets up to temp. Really starts settling in. So, and they do this for 44 laps. I mean, they do this for 200 laps of this 2.5 mile oval. You guys know this is the number 18. This is Cowbush, or good old Bobby Labonte back in the day, except he didn't drive for it, I don't think. But yeah, Daytona is definitely a good one, and I want to kind of introduce you guys to the stock car. So I know Lee Petty won the first race here and Dale Earnhardt won it in 1998. Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s won it. And I think Bobby Labonte did win it years ago. But yeah, this used to be the big race. The only time it wasn't run 400 miles. The only time it was called the Daytona 450 was back in 1974, back during the oil crisis. So, yeah, so 50 seconds. So I'm going to show you what different cars can do on this track in the half an hour that I have you guys. I'm going to do IndyCar. I'm going to do, well, actually, I'm not going to do IndyCar. I'm going to do vintage IndyCar maybe. And then I may do a race with the stock cars one day. I think I might do that, record that tomorrow, but I'm going to actually show you what a GT5, GT4, GT3, GT1. These cars could actually do the trick, because these cars are actually pretty darn good. I actually don't mind any of these. The CLK GTLM, which is a cool car. Group C1, this is a cool car. These are cool cars because they are, you guys notice the rear wings on these are a little different? I'm actually going to do this I'm actually going to do this because this is actually a car that would run, that actually ran the period. This is actually pretty insane. This is a GTB ZX electromotive turbo. This thing is a beast. And I'm going to do Busby Racing because Jim Busby was crazy guy racing these bad boys. So yeah, I'm going to do this. Daytona has always been really, really good. It's always provided the best racing. I think the blue-green duels. It used to be known as the Gatorade duels, and it used to be known as the Gatorade duels. It used to be a 125-mile race, and then they just did 2 shootout style race, almost like the All-Star race but smaller. I really like this track. I think it's an amazing setup, and I think they really do want to run some wing, not a lot, but they do this car definitely has. I'm gonna put a lot more laps because this thing chows fuel like a son of a gun. Boost pressure's up, radiator's up. So yeah, you're gonna see just how wild some cars are, and there's a reason why this beast why these races are road courses. Don't be surprised if this is faster than the stock car. Possibly because it's gonna stick to the corners a little bit better, and it's gonna maintain its speed better. I'm going to turn off some things. Gameplay. I do not need braking assist. Steering assist, yes. No, I don't want it. Alright, let's see if this changes the lap time. Let's see, we got a 53 lap time. keeping its lap time way better than the stock car. Yeah, because it's I think the stock car was limited by that braking. If it doesn't think it's safe enough, it won't do anything. So yeah, very stable. Yeah, 48 seconds, which isn't bad. But yeah, you can definitely see that, you know, Daytona for certain cars is definitely a cool track. Creepy crawly. GTX car, basically, same track. Gonna put it on low downforce, see what it does. And then I'll do maybe an old Lotus that, maybe I'll do an old Lotus that acts like an that can act like an Indy car. So, but yeah, you guys can see it's a very smooth track. It's very fast, produces some unbelievable speeds. So, and if you have the right car, you know, you can definitely do so. I forget what the lap record is. I think the lap record is I forget what the lap record is, but I think it's set by a Ford EcoBoost engine. So and no right down for us. Yeah, it's set by a Ford EcoBoost.
Go, go, go.
And you guys are like, what the heck is that? It doesn't even have a rear wing. Doesn't look like much of a rear wing, but these things used to be. But that was the tech back then. It's that big tunnel at the back that produces a ton of downforce. Reason why these cars were so well done back in the 80s. Ground effect. Faster than the GTP car, though. But yeah, this track is very smooth. Maybe one of my favorites of all time. Maybe one of my favorites all time to race on an oval. I always loved ovals as a kid. I remember when this first came on a NASCAR game, NASCAR 98, NASCAR 99 never had this car, never had this track because of licensing, unbelievably. But you know, it's in Porsches like this did race on the road course, but I just wanted to show you guys what certain cars are capable of. And look at this. This is in the late 70s. Look at this. Early 80s when they did this stuff. It's insane, isn't it? But yeah, sports cars like this definitely made this track what it is. I could actually do a stock car race with just these cars. This would be cool. It's a lap time 44 seconds, which is way faster than the stock car was going. So pretty stable. But yeah, I definitely I may actually just do a camera just doing its thing. You see how it was doing its thing? It was going dut 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 dut, like the ground shaking. But yeah, I'll definitely have to do a race with this damn thing. I think I found an interesting challenge to run with. So yeah, I'll have to do some practice laps. I'll have to do that. I'll have to run a. Actually, you know what? I might run a race with this. Actually, be interesting. Do something unconventional. But I showed you in the stock car. So yeah, guys. I am just gonna show you how cool this track is, and I'm gonna top the NASCAR week off with I think on the next gear change show for the Daytona 500 next Saturday, I think I'm going to present you guys with a race in the in this GTX car. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this introduction to the Daytona 500. I will see you guys next Saturday for for the next one. I hope to see you guys then. Peace out, folks.